Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. Please excuse me, I'm not 100% yet. I'm slowly getting there. And this is the reading for Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and join our beautiful community. If the reading resonates, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in doing classes with me, having a personal reading, for some of you, I'm now back to doing face-to-face readings, or if you want to donate to the channel, all the information is below in the box. If you are unsure, I'm more than happy for you to email me to ask any questions you need to ask. I won't do free readings that way, but I can certainly steer you in the direction that you need to go in terms of what sort of reading would be best for you. Also remember that the readings are very general, so they may not resonate with you. If they do resonate with you, then, as I said, give it a thumbs up. But if they don't, make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart. Sometimes your moon or your rising sign is very, very much more. I've heard rising sign during this time. So just check that out. And if you're unsure how to do that, you can find a chart on Cafe Astrology. But there are plenty. Natal chart is what you're looking for. Okay, we're going to use the Connolly Tarot for your reading here, Sagittarius. And I feel that Spirit wants me to give them another shuffle. So we'll go in for another shuffle. Alrighty. Nice split. Thanks. There is a decision to be made here. Now, the two swords here, sort of in the traditional tarot, the person's blindfolded and unsure how to make the decision. Now, in this card, we see two men sort of staring at them, and it looks like they can't make their mind up which one's best for them either. So there's a feeling here that someone is trying to make a decision between two things and is unsure which way to go. And that may mean, you know, a stalemate. Very often if we have two decisions to make, or a choice between something, doing something and not doing something, if we get stuck in that position, we may find we're a bit stalemated by it. So I feel like this is you at the moment, sort of taking on that pose of which way to go. So the universe is saying here, the best thing you can do is go inside, go and hang yourself upside down and wait for something to come to you. Not literally, please. It is about, though, taking time out to see things from a different perspective. This isn't just sort of going inside. This is asking you to see things differently. So maybe you're very stuck on this decision on how you're seeing it. And sometimes that means taking time out to have a look at, is there something else you've missed here that you could look at differently? Is there something, sometimes you may need to sort of really understand someone else's perspective here, but taking time out. Okay, so it has something to do with love here. Now, the Ace of Cups doesn't necessarily always talk about romantic love. It can talk about love of family or love of friends. And I really have this very strong feeling here that you're making a decision here whether to cut somebody you love out of your life. Now, whether that is somebody romantic, friend, or a person you know, I feel like there's sort of almost this feeling of not going anywhere with something. This woman's trying to get out of the gate, and the universe is taking her blindfold off so she can see clearly to get out of the gate. So it seems to me that something you're in here, look here. Okay. There is a situation you're involved in, whether this is a family member, a friend, or a lover, that has significantly changed since you either met them or since you've been with them, or maybe you have changed enough to see that this situation isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes when you start awakening, you start seeing the real people, and it's a bit of a shock sometimes to know that we've been missing certain behaviors or missing certain triggers or indications that someone does not have our best interest at heart. And what can happen sometimes, it's like we can feel something's not right, and we can feel somebody maybe sort of being a bit negative or spiteful, but we can't quite put our finger on it. And what the universe is saying here is you need to see something for what it truly is. Now, because you've got the Hanged Man there, it could mean that you're looking at a family situation or friends or whatever as being just that, and you're not looking at it in terms of what is this person doing or who is this person. Something here is shifting for you, and you're going to make a decision to either move away from this person or cut them completely out of your life. You have to, because they've been doing something you've been unaware of for a long time. And it could be just in pulling you down, stripping you back, not being honest with you. Okay, so we have the Devil card coming in here. So you could be in a codependent relationship. You could be in a relationship with someone who is quite narcissistic. Whatever it is, it's a situation you feel bound to. You feel stuck in this situation. Now, there's also a little bit of ego at play here. So maybe you don't feel that you can leave this situation. Maybe if it's a family member, you feel that, you know, you're obligated to stay around this person or put up with this person. You never have to do that. The Tower is here. So you're going to have you're actually starting to become aware of the people around you now. I almost feel like you're kicking people out of this tower. I feel that you're awakening to your own inner self, your own inner being, and you're starting to see people for who they truly are. And that's what happens when we awaken. We start to see things in others that we didn't see before, because we're more aware. We're taking on the position of the observer a lot more and not getting immersed in our own emotion. So I don't know oh wow, you have 3 major arcanas coming out here. So we have the Materialism, the Tower, and the Star all coming out here. Somebody is worried about leaving someone behind. There's no doubt about that at all. Whether this is friend, family, whatever, there seems to be some sort of obligation here to stay tied to this person. But with the Tower here, there is absolutely a realization that you need to work on your own healing and move away from this situation. Somebody's holding you back. So it could be that you have someone around you who's perhaps keeping you tied to a situation that you need to free yourself from here. You're going to have some information from Spirit. I feel with this 9 of Swords here that there's a lot of angst, stress, anxiety here about how to do this. So it may be that with the Hanged Man, you start to understand, but maybe it's difficult to pull away from this situation. You're going to. Could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Okay, wow, we have the 10 of Wands here. So something is definitely finishing here. Definitely closing out. So we have the 4 of Wands here. I feel like this is the only way you're going to attain your own stability, because whatever situation you're in here is making you feel very unstable. Now you've started to see the truth. So you're seeing something in a different way, and because of that, it's making your life, I won't say what my spirit guides just said, but it's making your life very, very difficult here. Okay, eight of Wands. So something is changing rapidly. You've got the help from someone here. The Moon is here too. So something is really major arcana. Something potent is really happening here, because you're taking up arms and you're moving on. Something is being revealed. The universe is showing you something you did not see before. So maybe you've been doubting yourself. Maybe you've been thinking it's you. And maybe you've been putting the blame on yourself, which is causing you anxiety. Something is closing. And in order to regain, you have to remember this is your life. You only get one chance at it. Don't put up with other people's insecurities or jealousy of you. You have to remember this is about you. A decision to be made here, something that requires you looking at something a different way. After looking at that, I'm thinking maybe you need to stop believing it's you and start realizing that perhaps it could be someone else. But definitely a change coming through. Now this person you have a very strong love tie to, so it could be a romantic interest, a family member or a friend, but a love tie is here. And the universe is trying to wake you up and get you to move forward. There is some sort of death of something here, the end of something, cutting something out to move forward. You're not staying with this situation any longer. You're choosing to move forward because you're seeing things in a different way. The moon's here, so it could be that somebody here is opening something up to you. You could have someone who's showing you a truth here, because sometimes somebody will come in and say something and nobody's had the courage to say it before. This person is going to come in with the truth and allow you to see things as they actually are. So we have the rings of time coming through for you here. This oracle brings you a message that the divine is completely responsible for the timing of every event, opportunity, and happening of grace in your life. All you need to do is to live your life. Everything else is taken care of you now. This applies to all of your plans and the unfolding of all of your relationships. Let it all breathe and let the divine happen as it will. So maybe there was a reason you couldn't go before now. Maybe you had to see things for what they were before you moved on. Maybe Spirit is helping you to see things as they truly are before you made a decision. But also, maybe you're ready now to embrace your life, move on with your life. Beautiful reading, Sagittarius.